Hi, I'm Tim Rylatt, the Managing Director of UK Growth Coach, a business coaching firm based in Uckfield in East Sussex. For today, we're going to cover a short vlog which is covering off how business performance is actually enabled through professional coaching. And because that's such a big topic, I'm going to take three specific angles for this short vlog. So the first angle I'm going to touch on today is the difference between what I call job delivery knowledge and business ownership knowledge. Now, it's a real fact that in the SME market, just 5% of business owners are actually trained to be business owners. Now, that's not to say they don't have any training. Most have been trained for jobs that they had within their industry, one or two specific types of jobs before they became the business owner. And that means that they were trained for specific roles, but are trying to learn the business ownership skills through trial and error. And it really doesn't work that well. The stats bear out that sadly 50% of all SME businesses fail within the first 5 years, and 2/3 have failed by year 10. So what a business coach can do is they can identify and help business owners plug gaps in their knowledge that either represent a risk or slow down their progress against their ultimate performance. The second angle really comes down to just human nature. To reach our ultimate potential, we have to remove the barriers to that. Now, Timothy Galway wrote a very effective book on this subject called The Inner Game of Tennis. Now, he was talking about it in a sports setting, but it is just as applicable to business ownership. And the model that he put together said that your current performance, whatever level that is, equals your potential minus interferences. Now, interferences can come in a range of formats. There are self-interferences, things like confidence, things that you gain through education, through parenting, berating from peers in your sector, anything that actually affects your confidence and willingness to have a go at something. And then the external factors are more structural, things like perhaps rules, regulations, environmental factors of the workplace you're operating in that can draw away from that. Now, a coach can help you identify personal barriers and overcome them, and it can also take a look at the objective setting and situation you're in to identify things that are inhibiting you away from your ultimate potential. The third angle all comes down to human nature, and the truth is that very few of us perform to our very best without some form of external accountability. Now, to evidence this point, I want to reference a chap called Tim Urban, who, if you look him up on YouTube, you'll find there's a very entertaining TED talk by him all around being in the mind of a master procrastinator. Now, all of us procrastinate from time to time, but some of us are much worse at it than others. And the way that Tim describes it is a bit fun. He says that inside your brain, there are actually three characters. Now, the first one is the rational decision maker, who we like to think we are all of the time. We're calm, considered, logical. We don't let things get on top of us or ahead of us. We're very ordered and logical and all those nice things to have. However, the truth is that inside us, there's a little devil on the shoulder of our rational decision maker, and that little devil is called the instant gratification monkey. Now, that instant gratification monkey is really interested only in things that are easy and fun. So if a distraction comes along, they'll go and take advantage of that. If there's the opportunity to step away from the more serious, hard things to get done, they'll go and do whatever that easier thing is instead. And all of us, from time to time, give in to the instant gratification monkey and find that we are behind the curve, that we've got a deadline approaching, we've got something important that needs to be done and now has become urgent. And that's where the third character comes into your brain, something called the panic monster. Now, the panic monster chases the rational decision maker to take back control of the brain and get done things, not often at a speed which isn't most successful. It's done in a rush, it's a little bit slapdash, it's done under a huge amount of pressure and the stress levels are high, and so it's not most conducive to ultimate performance. Now, all of this bringing it back to how coaching can help. Well, external accountability from coaching means that the goals are better defined in the first place. The priorities are established. The timelines are often preemptive, so we don't wait for things to become late. We take proactive action to allow them to be completed well in advance of deadlines. And should things come up at a slightly more pressured rate, we have more headspace and a calmer nature and somebody to lean upon through our coach who can help us get through those things as well. So the three main angles, you have job knowledge versus business knowledge, you have your potential versus your current performance, and then you also have managing the procrastination, so helping your rational decision maker kick the instant gratification monkey into touch and prevent the need for the panic monster at all. Three different ways that coaching can really enable business performance.